Hello! Ni hao! Kamusta? Your maestro is present today. After I have completed the needed documents and submitted my application, the TFETP sent me an email to schedule an interview with a notice attached therein. After which, I needed to add TFETP on Skype and give them a testing call at least 3 days before the scheduled interview. So today, I'm waiting for my online interview. I applied in TFETP. So my interview will start at 9:20. So wish me luck. Jai ho! There I go. Good morning.
Good morning, Jeffy.
Morning.
You are Jeffy, right?
Yes, I'm Jeffy.
Okay. Now let me introduce ourselves first. Okay, teaching in the university, and then we have principal, then Miss.
Nice to meet you.
Morning.
Morning.
Okay. I'm going to start with the very first question. Please introduce yourself quickly in about 1 minute.
All right, so good morning, everyone. So, my name is Jeffy from the Philippines. I'm currently teaching here in Taiwan as an English teacher. I've been teaching for more than 8 years, since 2012 after I graduated my bachelor's degree. And then I have already experienced teaching from kindergarten up to university students.
Okay. So can you quickly introduce your teaching experience in Taiwan? So where do you, what kind of children do you teach?
So I started to teach here last 2018. I started to teach in a CAM school, and I have taught elementary students, and then I actually taught kindergarten in the morning, and after that I transferred to an international school. I taught grade 4 students. I taught them English, science, social studies, and currently I am affiliated with private school. I'm actually teaching ESL and international students.
Oh, okay. Then why do you want to join this program?
I'm actually want to be part of the history since Taiwan wants to be a bilingual in 2030. So I want to impart my knowledge. I want Taiwanese people to speak English.
Okay. Okay. Then next will be principal. I'm Jeffy.
Hello, morning.
I know you have teaching experience in Philippines and Taiwan.
Yes,
Can you tell me what's your difference in teaching method?
I think the only difference is since I cannot speak Taiwanese, so I cannot use code switching or translation. Because in the Philippines, in order to cater the needs of my students, so I will be able to speak in Filipino or in our dialect. But here in Taiwan, since I don't know how to speak Taiwanese, so I cannot do that kind of approach. Instead, I usually use pictures and then I usually act, okay, in order for them to understand what I'm talking about. So the only difference is the language barrier.
Okay. You know, all students may be shy or afraid of speaking English. How do you encourage them to speak English?
Yeah, so I actually noticed that. So I am being friendly to them. I usually ask them to try to speak in English. So in my classroom, I serve as a facilitator. Okay, so my approach is student centered. I always guide them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Morning, Jeffrey.
Morning.
This is okay. You have been teaching in Taiwan for several years, and you know that Taiwan is going to be a bilingual country. Yeah. Do you have any idea about teaching other subject in English, such as using Clio concept? And you have any idea about that?
About the Clio teaching, I'm actually I don't have any idea about that since I'm just teaching plain English grammar when I was in a cram school, and then currently right now I'm teaching language arts and literature, wherein I'm teaching my students or I'm preparing my students to take TOEFL and IELTS because some of my students are in an international program. But if that the case, I am willing to be trained, and I am so willing to know about those kind of teaching approach or strategies.
So if you are asked to do the PE or music or art into your class, is it possible that you use your strategy to help the students in better learning?
Yeah, so I am willing to do that as long as the materials and then the support of the school is given. So I am very willing to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's move on back to the principal then. Okay, hi Debbie. Hello. Sorry. How do you feel English environment in your school?
So actually, we are asked our students to speak English all the time. So in that way, they will be able to practice more. That is the way they can fulfill and then experience the language or the English language. So in my perspective, so it's better to encourage our students to speak not only inside the classroom but also outside the classroom. So in our school we call passport, wherein we ask our students to ask other English teachers or ESL teachers in order for them to train their English ability.
So you have teaching in Taiwan many years.
I've been teaching for 3 years in Taiwan.
What's the most difficult thing you have
Difficult thing?
in English? In teaching English.
So yeah, as I have said earlier, so there are always a language barrier. So most of the time, my students cannot understand what I'm talking about. So in that case, so I always use pictures, and then I use show and tell, wherein I speak and then use my body, okay, or body language for them to understand. And also I also ask students who can speak English fluently to translate it to them, especially if there is an important announcement or instruction.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, one more question. If there are advanced students and the dyslexic students, how would you be able to help the different level students in the same classroom?
If that's the case, I usually use scaffolding and then differentiated instruction, wherein for those students who are not advanced, so I will be giving them topics that they can do it, okay, within their range, within their ability. Wherein the other students, so they will be given also advanced lessons, Okay, so it means they will be grouped according to their English ability.
So what about if the students are really not interested about learning English, not motivated? Would you be able to help them?
Yeah, if that's the case, so I will be focusing for those students who are not motivated and try to ask questions. Let's say I will ask, what do you want to do today? So I will allow him or that student to do whatever he or she wants as long as it is related to our lesson.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Um, so, Jesse, you have been in Taiwan for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time you are teaching English.
Yes.
Okay. So, based on your observation, what is the biggest challenge or problem our students in Taiwan encounter in learning English?
Problem or the biggest problem are in my ESL students, they are not used to use English language. They are using only it inside the classroom, but after they step out from the classroom, so they are not encouraged to use it outside the classroom or within their classmate, within their friends. So that is why they cannot practice the language. So if that's the case, so maybe we can encourage our students to speak English even with their friends or even with their families.
Right. And as an English teacher then, how can you help them to build this kind of English skill or abilities?
As an English teacher, I usually give activities. Okay, so like for example, conversation activities, role playing, and then aside from that, we have writing activities. So those are the activities that we usually do.
Okay. Okay, so you are just using the activity.
Yeah, so it's a hands-on activities wherein they will be able to speak and converse with their classmates.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jeffrey. We have the last minute.
Yeah.
So let's quickly wrap up with the last two questions. Okay. So I noticed that you want to teach in the middle school, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your preferred area in Taiwan to teach?
I'm actually here in Taichung, so if it is possible, so I want to teach in Taichung, but I'm also willing to teach in other counties here in Taiwan. And in terms of the students, so I'm willing also to teach in elementary if there is a opportunity. But my preferable age is middle or high school students.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's for people, right?
Yeah.
Can you say your area, preferred area one more time?
Yeah, Taichung.
Okay, Taichung, right? Okay, so any place around Taichung is fine, right?
Yeah, any place around Taichung is fine.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you. Okay, thank you for your time. Okay.
Thank you. Nice meeting you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And that ends my interview.